Hi everyone, I hope you had a great weekend. I'm shooting from out here in the garden because I was chilling here and I just thought, wow, it's so beautiful, so I'm going to shoot from here. Today I just want to share with you what I've called the importance of knowing how to work with a faith partner, or what you might call a vision partner. And I came across this when I was reading 1 Samuel chapter 14, and I read about two men that we hardly speak about when we're talking about the journey of faith, and that is Jonathan and his armor bearer. And I found this story so profound that it led to all of these points that I'm going to share with you now. So at the beginning, you see that Jonathan, the Israelites rather, and the Philistines were at war, and each army had their own camps. So Jonathan gets up in the Israelite camp, and he says to his armor bearer, "Listen here, let the both of us go to the camp of the Philistines. So let's go into the camp of the enemy." And they sneak out. Nobody sees them. Nobody hears them. They go, towards what they want to achieve. They basically, going along the way. And Jonathan says to him, "Perhaps the Lord will give us victory. The Lord does not need 200 soldiers or 2,000. Even if it's just the two of us, the Lord can do anything. Nobody can hinder the Lord." And the armor bearer says to him, "Do what you think is best." That is in verse 7. Do what you think is best. It became very clear to me that Jonathan had picked the right vision partner. He had picked a faith partner, because I started to think to myself when I was reading at first, why did he pick his armor bearer? Why didn't he pick a priest? Why didn't he pick one of the soldiers? Jonathan knew the importance of having a faith partner, and he knew the importance of communicating your vision with the right people, which is my very first point. Know the kinds of people you communicate your vision with. There are some people you tell, "This is what God has laid on my heart to do, and I need to do 1, 2, 3," and they tell you, "Well, it's not going to work because of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, simply because they just don't have the faith that goes along with the vision." So you need to know the people that you share your vision with. That is number one. Number two, you need to focus on the vision. I found it very, very interesting that Jonathan's armor bearer did not try to preserve Jonathan. He was looking at the vision. He wasn't saying to Jonathan, you're the son of the king. If anything happens to you, it's going to be my neck on the line. I don't want problems. He was focusing on the vision that God had placed on Jonathan's heart. He was saying to Jonathan, "You know what? If this is what you need to achieve, then I'm going with you." He wasn't looking around him and saying, "Okay, this is what might go wrong." No, he was looking at the bigger picture. And Jonathan himself, if you think about it, was not a man who had the spirit of self-preservation. And that was why he was able to do something so great. He didn't think to himself, what if I get defeated? What if this is just too much for me? It's just going to be me and this armor bearer. I mean, what if there are like 3,000 men in the Philistine camp? What is going to happen? He had faith. And for you to have faith, you can't have self-preservation and faith working together, because it just doesn't match. So Jonathan had the focus on the vision, and it was easy because of that for his armor bearer to focus on the vision as well. Number three, you need to communicate your vision in phases. This is the problem that so many people have. They have a vision, they call all their friends, all their family members, they sit them down, they tell them the entire vision. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to 7, 8, 9, 10, because that's what God has told me to do. First of all, in that group, you've got your naysayers. Secondly, you've got the people who are strategic thinkers that would tell you about how something is going to stop you at number 4 because they've already foreseen it. These are people who are not working in faith, they're working with logic. They're going to tell you about all the things that could go wrong. And, some people are there, they want to go all the way with you, but they're overwhelmed by all the information, and they're thinking to themselves, how possible is this, for us to achieve everything? So you need to learn to communicate your vision in phases. And that was something I admired about Jonathan. You see, when he said to the armor bearer at first, he said, "Let's go into the camp of the enemy, let's go." So they pick up and they go. They're going on their way, and then he says, "Perhaps the Lord will give us victory." This is like a nice chat between two men who are about to die. Maybe God will deliver us, maybe God will give us victory, we don't know, but nothing can hinder God. They expressed great faith. But now he says to him, as they get closer and closer, he says, "Now we're going to climb up the mountain, and when the Philistines see us, if they say, 'Come here, we're going to show you what we're made of,' then we know that God has already conquered them for us." So he didn't tell the armor bearer from the beginning, "We're going to do this, we're going to do that, then we're going to climb up the mountain, then they're going to say this, and then God is going to do this." Nope, he didn't say that. He communicated in phases. And the reason why you need to be able to do that is, first of all, you've got to be sure that the person you think is a faith partner is actually a faith partner. Some people are simply coming with you just to see how difficult the journey is going to be so they can laugh. Some people come in with you so that they can share in your fame. That's just it. They're not thinking about the vision, they're just thinking about themselves. They're thinking about what they can get out of your vision. So you need to understand that it is important to communicate in phases. Number 4, follow through with your vision. Now, this is the frustrating part for me. Many people have a vision. They come to me, they say, Demi, this is what I've got, this is what is happening with me, and God is propelling me to go and do 1, 2, 3. And I say to them, okay, cool, here's somebody who's going to work with you. You guys need to partner together, make this person your faith partner, pray about it together, achieve this purpose together. 3 weeks down the line, you see them and you're like, okay, so what happened with that vision? How's it going with the build up and everything? And the next thing they say is, I met this guy, and now we're gonna get married, so I don't really care about the vision. Or somebody's like, and I got called for an interview, and I just thought, that vision thing can wait, man, because it's not gonna make money quickly. You need to follow through with the vision. Every vision does not come to you as a finished picture. When Jonathan and his armor bearer set out to go into the camp of the Philistines, they didn't have a finished picture. They had no idea what was going to happen. They had no idea how God was going to make it happen. But Jonathan just knew, as the carrier of the vision, that there was something waiting for them. So you need to be able to grasp that in your life's journey. That every vision you have, there is something waiting right at the end of it. And it's something great, because if you believe in Jeremiah 29:11, then you know that God is not going to give you a vision that leads you to nowhere. He's not going to give you a vision that makes you desolate or destitute. There is no such thing with God. He's leading you to a place where you're going to achieve your purpose, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to have a hope and a future. I hope this has been a blessing to you guys. Please do not forget these 4 important things. Know who you communicate your vision with. That is very, very important. Number 2, focus on the vision, not on yourself. Focus on the bigger picture. Don't pity yourself. Don't cry about it. Don't, cry about how difficult the process is. Focus on the vision. Number 3, communicate your vision in phases. Don't just tell everybody, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how we're going to do it, because there are people who would hijack your vision. There are people who tell you how it wouldn't work. There are people who would strangle your faith and fill it with doubt. And then number 4, you need to be able to follow through with the vision. Don't abandon the vision halfway and frustrate your vision partner. I hope this is a blessing, guys. Please share the link with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.